Hey folks, this is Noble Rambler, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Banished. We're playing the Colonial Charter mod 1.6, the Forge Awakens, and we're opening to a much clearer view of Ramblington, which is actually starting to take shape. If you think about it, we've really spread out quite well. For being only 26 years into this, got a pretty decent little community starting to build up here. We left last episode, I'm not turned on yet, left last episode putting iron into this guy so that he will dump it, hopefully, into here. Is that the right one? That one right there. So hopefully that path is shorter than that path over there, because that's another place where you can dump iron. I guess this is another place we can dump iron too. Bricks are in there. Oh, bricks are in there. Okay, well, there we go. Now we know what these are. These are bricks. Okay. Bricks are in there. That's an odd place for bricks. It must have just been a random drop. We're making them over here. I would think, well, this stockpile would have been the closer one. This, where's materials? Materials are right there. That's where the bricks should be landing. Okay, what was the last one? Logs are low. Stone, iron, we're doing good here. We're doing good for what we need. Eventually we're going to want that log count to be a lot higher, but we're not really using mass quantities at the moment. Firewood is in decent shape for our size of community. We left off needing a boarding home, needing wells, and needing to get a few more houses going. Over here... Overview. Yeah, we have 3 potential families to move in. How's the school doing? Right here. 15 students. We can handle 20. So where do we need more housing? I'm kind of thinking this area. In fact, I'm kind of playing with the idea of going ahead and doing a couple of fishing places out here. Maybe fishing here. Let's get another row of houses in here. Let's get those in before the wells, but the wells need to be done here real soon. So houses, wells, we can do, well, homewares are kind of low. I'm kind of surprised at that. Homewares are here, right? Taylor, homewares, think. That's here? Homeware. Pottery and furniture. We have a history of making quite a few. Why are they not being stored here? Where have they been stored instead? Here. Building supplies, homewares. Okay. So they do exist. Hide coats. That reminds me, hide coats. We had bought those, I want to say they were called full coats. Inventory. When you don't know what it's called, how do you look it up? Buff coats. Right there. We bought 25 of them. And they have used most of them. Versus hide coats. Right? That's what we're making in the tailor. Hide coats. We have no hide coats. What do we have here? Hide coats 42. The buff coats we were using up. So they did like those. And the guild, or the bronze tools are probably, oh, there's one left. Whereas the iron tools, we get quite a few available. Okay. So they do like the bronze tools, and they do like the other coats, the buff coats. So they chose those over and above the ability to grab the hide ones and the iron ones. So those must be better quality, must be more desirable. So it sounds like something that we do want to get more of or start producing on our own. Trader is in. Darylin the Green Grocer. That's interesting. Pause this and think about it. Wedding Pemmican. That's interesting. I wonder where that comes from. What if it comes from one of the butchers? One of the butcher shops. In fact, we need to think about that. We need to think about a row of butcher shops somewhere down in the farming area. near the storage barn. Okay, and down next to the storage barn is also the apiary. So we need to get a chandelier up and going soon. But one thing that this allows us to do is to trade. Trade some mushrooms for some spinach, and trade some blueberries for some peas, so that we can get more diversity and variety in our system, in our economy. So let's go ahead and grab everything we don't already have. There's our tulips. I don't know what tulips are for still. Let's not grab all of that, but let's grab 100, just to see what they do. We don't need mulberry leaves, and I think I'm going to pass on the thing that is 4 times as expensive for now. But we'll grab these. We're coming up on 1432. Let's do. Still have lots of these. Okay. So 300. 300. 114. So 500. And we'll finish it at 332 of this one. So we're trading food for food. Give us variety. Do we want more? I don't know what the tulips do. I'm thinking, if it's not something we're going to use, then it's going to just plug up our system as far as storage. If it is something that we're going to use, then we'll wish we had gotten more, because we're not growing it on our own. Again, I wish there were pop-up tips to tell you what these are, much the same way that this pops up to tell me that this tab harvests trees. Food, question mark, used for silkworms, that sort of thing. So hopefully that is something that gets added in at some point. But for now, let's go with this. Trade and dismiss. Alright, so turn the game on. Wells, boarding home, and housing. And we're going to do the housing first. I think we have enough jobs going on down here. We've got 2 more. No, we don't. We bought the 1 more. The coffee, was it? Coffee. And that's all we have available now. Okay. So coffee and white mulberry. And we didn't buy any more crops. Just the 4. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Potentially 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 6 houses worth of jobs down here. Apiary 13. And if we set a row of butchers over here, I think we can handle 4 more houses in this area just fine. With a well, we got a well right there. And they'll walk from the shore in to put out fires as well. I don't think I've ever seen a farm burn down. So I don't think we need a well over here for this area. These buildings, I've never seen fire spread to them before. Doesn't mean they don't, just means I haven't seen it. Iron is our reminder to go and empty that out soon. But let's go ahead and put some housing in. We've got a lot of stone right now. There's another merchant. But we've also, that's right, I was about to say we have building supplies and homewares. Do we want to start playing with something different? Let's, for starters, we'll do something like this. And we'll do I didn't see what color that was. Let's pop another one of these in. So there's some variety right off the bat. Get where I can see the edge of that. He's right there. And we'll move that out a little bit further. Okay. And in fact, let's get a road going down there before I get this thing all staggered out of position. Let's see, don't know how far that went. He's going there. We'll go out 1 more. Heck, we'll just go out to right there. Okay. So there's our road for this side. And a couple more houses. We'll do a stone house. I think we'll save the country cottages for more of an in-town look. We'll do something like that. stone house, and we'll do another stone house. In fact, it's nice that it auto changes to a different style each time you build one. I'm pretty sure that the one I built here didn't have that front peak on it, so there's a slightly different looking stone house there. So we'll do that. We got these guys coming in, and let's go check our trader to see if 550 iron ever made it there. Actually, let's just do this. Have we unclogged yet? And we have not. And we have not. So that should tell me that we've not moved all the iron over. No. Let's set a temporary worker into there to boost us up a little bit. Did I do something wrong? Should be 2 of 2 right now. He's got a question mark. Maybe we're waiting for him to finish his pathway so he can take over the new job. Let's wait and find out. In fact, let's click on him. He's a trader. There we go. I lost this one. 2 of 2. Yep. Just had to wait for him to finish his current job before he could officially take on his new job. So, pull that one out. We're building houses. We want to build some more wells. That is, let's see here, and town services, and that one. I like this small well. It's the same thing as the big well, but it doesn't have the all the stone around it. So you can choose to put it where you want to, and then you can choose to stone around it later if you want. So, where to? They will put out fire from the river. So back in this area could be a wise thing. Let's see, we had planned a road through here. I want to get that in before it gets forgotten again. Goes through something. No, let me get in where I can see. I thought I left a pathway here. Oh, that's not a road. My click didn't work. So where did that land? A roadless well. Yeah, that's not a road. There. Okay, so road. That's what I wanted. So we need to get through this path. Do we want that to continue through at that point? Where does this go? This does not quite line up. So let's wait. It's not going to line up anyway, so let's see what gets built here. You may have to stagger down one more spot to make this work. So we'll wait on that one, but this one was intentionally left for a road to go in between them. Wells, that's where we are. So this guy, that one, and this. So we put a well, we did not. I was going to put a well here, and I didn't know if that was going to become a road or not. That's why I stopped. So let's go right there. Put a well for this area. Want another well in around this area. I could put it right there as kind of the reason why the double road ends and transitions to a single road. I kind of like that look. Pop it in right there. And there's another trader. I'm going to pause here for a second so I can continue my train of thought. We've got one in town right there. We've got one by the school right there. We've got one at the road transition there. So lots of them in this area. We've got one. Where'd this one land? Seems like it was on this side. These things go invisible. Well, there's one in here somewhere. Let's get one in this area. Or did we already? I'm trying to think if we did that last time or not. I think we just did the two over there, the school and in town. So let's get one. How does that look? And they're going to draw from the water as well. So having it deeper in would make more sense. road going off this way, right? No, that's just the back of the house. I think right there. I think that looks good. Alright, so is that it as far as needing wells? We're covered in here. We've got one here and somewhere in here. I'll have to wait for it to build to actually see where I dropped it. I'm not seeing a little gray square anywhere. I did put one in, right? I mean, I remember doing it, but I thought I remember dropping it in like right here. Ah, right there. Alright, we're going to set that one in the corner so we can find him again. So that's taken care of. We're good down in here. We got a well in here. We got a well up in here. Let's put something in down in this area. So we'll drop one in right there. Okay. Lots to do. Let's get a second builder going. What industries have we been neglecting because we didn't have enough laborers? So we got to think about that. How's this doing? Iron, 431. We're getting there. Is it doing us any good? No iron here. Hey, the iron's gone now. Good. And it is depleting out of here. Good, good, good. Of course, as we're doing this, we're also building more. What is that? You seeing that too? It's like a half of a huge stone. Is that... That's what it is. It's half of a huge stone. That's right. We built one. We're on a diagonal road, so we built a stockpile here and a little stockpile there. Let's go ahead and tell them to take out the iron in this area so we can... let's not. Let's leave it. We'll call that character. That just looks good. It looks interesting. Don't want to strip the land completely of all of its resources. It's kind of nice to have a rock or a stone once in a while here and there. In fact, let's just make sure that this was not queued up. Leave that stone there. Alright, what was I saying? I have no idea. I have no idea. So, we will just move on. We are at early summer. Early summer, and I'm guessing this has not been harvested. I'm guessing this just not picked up last time. That's what that is. So, this didn't get planted. And you know what I'd like to do? Soon I want to transition. Let's do that right here, right now. So we're going to delete this field. I want to get back to regular crop fields. I don't like trying to look through the grass to see if that's actually got a planting in it or not. And turn that off, and we're going to redo food crops, this one, in something that is not a transparent field. And this one, I don't know if it's planted or not. I can't tell. So I'm not going to redo anything there. So this one, officially we have to remove 6 items. And they're going to do that here real soon. I may have just canceled all their orders. They may not get to this until it's another job. You know, so this is just another job that needs to get done. So let's tell them this is your new priority. So that it gets done so I can plan this one out. There we go. Alright. So, broccoli, bean, cabbage, cucumber, pick up, and our employee is already ready to go. So next year that will plant. I need to do this one too, but I can't tell if those little dots there are crops waiting to come in, or if, like this field, this didn't get picked up until it said early summer, which is too late to plant. So we'll have to remember to come back to here. And speaking of remembering, are we at our 550 mark now? Up here. Iron 511. Here we are. I'd say we're good enough. We've got the iron out of the stockpiles, and that was the goal. So let's take this back down. Inventory. Oh, that's right. I got traders waiting. Yeah. Take this back down. Iron. There we are. To 200. Where am I? Okay, so that should dump into here. We'll see if it does. Okay, trader, what is waiting for us over here? He's selling homewares, 190. Wow. Okay, so if we ever get an excess number of homewares and building supplies, we definitely got something worth something to sell. It takes a lot to make them, though. That's why they're worth so much. Coal for 6, steel tools for 10, copper pipes for 20, and candles for 8. I think we're going to pass on all that. We'll be making our own soon enough. So dismiss him. And this trader? No? Maybe I missed it. Maybe he came and went. Because there were 2 traders at one point. Okay. Beekeeper has died. Beekeeper. Alright, down here. So we need to get a chandelier going. So he's dumping into here. Beeswax. And honey. Don't see honey. We make beeswax and honey. Nope, not there. Okay, so the honey has been eaten, or it has been hauled off to... No, not here either. Wow. I like honey too. So it's no wonder they've filled their houses with honey. No. Do we actually have any honey? Is that the thing they're eating faster than anything else? Honey. We have 0 honey. Look at that. We're making it, and they're eating it as fast as we're making it. It probably wouldn't hurt to pop a second one of these in. What are you? Ah, our church is full. Okay. That does not upgrade. Yep. School is getting there. This group of houses is probably going to finish off the school. So we could use either another school in another parish, or we could start... I don't know, eventually. Usually I build my second church and school when I get the new town center going. But we're really not ready for that yet. We need to get some housing out in here first, so we have someone to actually do the construction and start moving into those jobs. So I think we're going to just pop in a second of each of these. Yeah, up here at this end of town would be a good place for them. So let's go with, while I'm thinking of it, and while I'm thinking of it, we don't have a doctor yet. Yeah, we've got to deal with that as well. So let's get a second smaller. What's the difference? 90, 80, and 20, 25, 16 is a lot of building materials difference. That's what it is. That one's huge. We'll go this route. This will buy us time to not have to do any major changes for quite some time. Eventually, we'll get into the new town center, the new city area. Alright, that's going to go there. We do want to get another school going. And we'll go ahead and do the one-room schoolhouse just for something a little bit different. Now, we hit the road right there. We'll do that. Okay, so those two will be a couple of items to allow our town to continue to grow and expand while we're spreading out. Doctor's going to be important soon. Like I said, the boarding home. Leghorns. I want to do that. Can I? I can. I think we can pull that off. 8 of them is 3,200. We still haven't gotten down here yet. Wow. Okay, so let's... Do I want to do all 8? Let's go for 6. There's 2,400. Let's start with half of our inventory. See where we go from there. I will do all of the onions. We're at 1,500 roots. We're just starting to bring those over. We're probably never going to get down to here because we keep doing this and they do it in the order of the list. That's probably what's going on. So he was working on roots. Coats and tools are doing decent. We'll go ahead and put 20 of each of those into this deal. We're at 1960 now, so let's finish it in firewood. So what have we got? 440, so that's 110. Have I got that right? Yep. So that gets us 8 leghorns. Gets us 6 leghorns. Okay. So trade and dismiss. And I really don't want to waste a big pasture. Oh, that's right. We still have this. That's right. We were going to do ducks at one time. That's what I thought was in here, but that deal didn't happen. So leghorns it is. Leghorns are going in here. And one more employee, but only one is going to work in this one. So 3 herdsmen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 farmers. Okay. The new crop is running more than one person. That's what happened. Okay. So these are satisfied now. We never got a 5th crop. No, we didn't. Okay. Alright, so these are done. Houses are coming in. 18 to 20-year-olds. That one's a little bit older, but we're making it. One more house about to happen. Family-wise right now, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty even. Now, I don't necessarily want to grow at this pace. Every time there's a new family, get them a new house. That, if you keep that pace, by the time you go for 10, 20 years, this surplus is going to go away real quick. So, you don't necessarily have to follow the demand of the town unless you're really prepared to match all the supplies and needs for that kind of a pace of the town. I prefer to grow a little bit slower and just kind of enjoy things. So that's probably all the housing I'm going to put in for a while. The next housing is going to go in basically either to get us, let me move this way, spread out into this area here, or if we just flat out find that we have a need for more housing for the jobs. In fact, that's something we haven't checked. Let's check jobs. Let's check pathways. These guys, do we have enough houses in here to handle the employees? So there's at least 1 that's going elsewhere, 2, 3, 4 that are going elsewhere. So we really could use another house somewhere in this area. Where is this area? Our circle is here, and our circle is here. So if we got more houses right over here, it wouldn't necessarily affect the gathering area as far as taking more space away from trees. Or better yet, if we just got some more houses right in here. These houses here are probably going to help supply this area. We don't have a diagonal road in here, and that might be good to put in. Get these folks easily walking to the housing and even more storage over here. Has died. So we're doing fine on laborers. So a pathway through here, another house or 2 right over here. Ought to smooth this out pretty good. Let's do that. And let's play with another country home. Country abode, is that what they're called? Housing. This is our country house. This is our town abode. So this is 4, this is 6 people. And this is a large residence, and that gets into, what is that symbol? You know, the higher end of homewares. Can't think of what the name of that was now. This guy, fancy homewares. Yeah. So we will go instead with this guy, and let's pop two of them in. Right there. Tell you what, let's go ahead and put a third one in. Just to finish off our little row here. And let's finish the road out to the front of those houses, like so. Okay. Trader, one, just the one. Ooh, silkworm eggs. Yes, let's do that. Let's start building up our silkworm industry and get that going. 6 of those. If I remember right, it takes 10, so it may take a couple of these trips. Silverware. I bet you that's the sort of thing that's needed in that fancy homewares collection. Gemstones and flax. Let's do the flax. We're not going to use it. Well, I wonder if flax acts as food as well as can be ground up into flour. I bet you it can be used as food as well. We'll go ahead and do that. 66 of those. So we need 180. Firewood is fine. Let's do it out of firewood. We've been taxing these guys coming out of the gathering huts quite heavily. In fact, we need to start using a little bit of this stuff down here just to give this stuff a break, because we're not going to have enough to refill this one. Anyway, let's do this in firewood. So 180 divided by 4. What is that? 40 does 160, so 45. That does it. So much easier to do math when you're not filming this in the middle of the night or really late at night. Quite often I get off of work and get dinner done and spend time with the family, then get over here to work on these episodes, and it's 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. And it's been a long day, so I get to where it's kind of hard to keep track of what I'm doing. But this is actually New Year's. I'm doing this January 1st. So you'll probably be seeing this January 2nd. And I've got the day off. I'm just kind of spending the afternoon playing Banished. Kind of fun. Dismiss this guy. And what did we just buy? I got to talking and lost my train of thought. It was silkworms and it was flax. It seemed like there might have been one more thing. I think it was just silkworms and flax. So it'll be interesting to watch to see if the flax goes away as food, or if it just sits there and waits for us to get the mill going. I know you can mill it into a flour, but it may also work as food. I think wheat is the same way. It can be used as food, unless you're actually milling it. Because I've had wheat crops before that just went away, so they were eating it when I didn't have a mill up and running. But the silkworms, that is here, and that takes 10 to make a silkworm hut. Okay. So I can't even build it in anticipation of the other ones arriving, because it's actually part of the... Well, I guess I can get it going, though. I can get it going. And they'll just be waiting for the last 4 silkworms to show up. Where does something like that go? This is our tailor, and this is a tailor sort of a thing. So let's do that. Well, if I put it this way, that leaves space in between for something else. Sure, we'll put the silkworms in here. We'll bring that down so it's closer to the well. And this is just going to kind of sit in the corner for a while. We don't need to see the well anymore. We know where it is now after all that. Actually, I take that back. Is it hiding behind the tree? Oh, I'm 1 block away. It's over here. Let me move the map down. There he is. Okay, that one's done. That was, I think, the last one we put in, or close to the last, so I'm guessing that most of the other ones are done. Reserve of stone is getting low, which is a symptom of having put in all the wells. Houses are in. Stone house. Okay, that was that group over there. Good, so this is all done. Didn't even notice these are still here. Like I said, I can tunnel vision right into just where I'm working and not even notice the whole perimeter. Iron storage. Let's see what happened there. He's been busy doing other things too, but iron, we are down to 200, so he has moved it out. Did it get sent to a stockpile? It did. But a bunch of it did land in here as well. So that is fine. There's no upgrade for this building. Is there an upgrade? Is there an upgrade for the core? There is not. So when this fills, it's full. Okay. So, boarding home, small quarry would be a good idea to get in soon. So we don't have to keep stripping the land out, though there's still a tremendous amount of stone on this huge map. And we could go for probably well into 60, 70 years of stone and be fine, except that it's less efficient to have to walk all the way over to those areas when we're not actually building over there yet. So a local quarry just might be a good idea. A couple of mines might be a good idea. I'm kind of thinking this might be the area for that. Kind of supply the industry area here. So let's see. We got the silkworm hut going. Wanted to get another apiary going. Wanted to get a chandelier going. And we're building up quite a list for projects to get done. So let's get the apiary in real quick so it's not forgotten. What would that be? That's a food thing. Is that right there under raw food or food gathering? So let's put him in near this one. It works well there. And rotate him around. Do we want to... There is no road there. I want to put him on a road. Yeah, let's do that. Make it look just a little bit different. So things aren't all perfectly uniform. Oh, there goes my alarm there. Remind me to take my dog out. She needs to head outside, and I'm actually coming up. Wow, do you see that? That really came in quick. I'm coming up against the clock anyway in the end of this episode, so one road. Where was I? Finish my train of thought here. Pop that in. Yeah, that fits right behind the cemetery, doesn't it? And that fits right to there. Well, we'll go here for the moment. Okay. So with that, yeah, we have a long list of things to work on. We have a trader in. Let's put a pause here. And next time we'll see how much of these different projects we get caught up on. We're still wanting to get over to this lake and do a few things. We've got all these employees here that are probably working as laborers, the ones that don't have jobs immediately near their house. So a fishing hut right here would be a good idea. And this would be great for shore houses. Though if we do that, we're going to need more storage to accommodate it. This one's already filling up with food. Anyway, lots and lots of things to do. We've got stuff to take this series well into February, if not March, maybe even April. So, lots ahead of us. So, hit the like and subscribe if you would. I'd appreciate that. And this has been Noble Rambler. We'll see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.